What is going on, members of the Shy Guy Squad? My name is Dan, otherwise known as Danekii, and welcome to the very belated NPL Minors Week 9 and 10 together in one video, because that's just how we roll out here. And you know, it happens from time to time when I'm a little bit slow, and you know, what are you gonna do about it? But we're here at last. Just change the layout to our match against Turbo Blaze IV or 4. Coach of the Pheonix Midnights will also be taking on Carney Hobo, coach of the Vancouver Stealth Rocks. That'll happen a little bit later. But as you guys can see, these teams will be in the description. I don't remember them to pinpoint precision myself, so for my own sanity and for yours, I'm just going to quickly kind of like speed through what they were all about. But my Pheonix Midnight team consists of a Rocky Helmet Nidoqueen with 144 HP, 252 defense, 112 speed. All the spreads will be in the description, but I have Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Ice Beam, and Stealth Rock, just so I know the moves myself. Scarf as Elf with Dazzling Gleam, Flamethrower, U-Turn, and Psychic. Defensive Steela with Leech Seed, Heavy Slam, Protect, and Air Slash. Kyurem Black, Chople Bear with Earth Power, Flash Cannon, Ice Beam, and Roost. Mimikyu with Player Off SD, Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak, and a AV Greninja with U-Turn, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, and Water Shuriken. So with that being said, we'll go on normal and we'll click play and see how this match went. So my opponent leads off with Hydreigon as I lead off with my Nidoqueen. I know I just want to get my rocks up, and I know I can take a Draco because rocks are very good against this team with Volcanion, Alola Ninetales, and Zapdos. He also got the Megalopony, the Celebi, and the Hydreigon like I mentioned. He Dracos on my Mimikyu, which allows it to free switch in, which I think he should have expected. Goes into Volcanion as I set up an SD because it's free and I feel like he's Scarf. So I'm going to go for a Shadow Claw right here, but I get burnt, which is a bitch, because now the Shadow Claw is going to do far less than what it should have been, which would have been like 70%, which means I could have Shadow Sneaked it on the next turn and not take any damage, but he gets a crit here as well, so my Mimikyu is just dead. Unfortunate. So I'm going to go into my Greninja right here, and my opponent is going to go into the Hydreigon. So I click Dark Pulse right here, just engage damage. 20% seems accurate. He goes for U-Turn, kind of confirming to me, hey, I'm Scarf Hydreigon, and now I can click Draco Meter as much as I want. So Volcanion comes in, I click Ice Beam, doesn't kill. I have this belief that he's Scarf too, which he is. I take the I take the Fire Blast because I am AV. Shout out to AV Greninja, ladies and gentlemen. So Volcanion is down, Lopunny comes in. This is a huge spook to my team, but at last I have Rampart Blaster for Rocky Helmet damage, and I have Celesteela with Air Slash. So we're good. But he brings in Lopunny, which has Power Punch and Substitute. Spooky thing, very spooky Pokemon. So I'm just gonna go for Sludge Wave, try to break the sub, just to make sure I can beat it. Drain Punch goes off, gains 11, loses 16, so in the end I kind of gained off of that. Not much, but I did gain. But now I can go into Absolute Zero, my Kyurem, which is kind of a joke, I suppose. But I am Chopples, I knew I could live it. But due to Kyurem's insane HP, he's going to live an Ice Beam because of the Drain Punch recoveries. Now I'm going to have to swap again into my Celesteela, which is going to get Drain Punched, which means Lopunny gets more HP, as you do. Whew. And he's going to go for another sub, see what my Celi can do. I'm going to go for Air Slash here just because it's my best play. I want to get rid of this Lopunny as fast as possible. And now Turbo's going to switch into Zapdos, which is something I did not expect. But I go for a Heavy Slam here and I get a crit, which is solid because last time I played Turbo in NPL Week 1, he crit me out the wazoo. So I'm going to go into Kyurem here because I can roost up and I'll be fine and everything is nice and dandy. And with that being said, he's going to switch out here, go into his Ninetales, which I don't know how much I agree with that, but that's besides the point. So I'm going to Roost here to get nice and comfortable on health, and he's going to try the substitute strategy again. But I have Flash Cannon for this Ninetales, so do not fear, ladies and gentlemen. And he keeps clicking the sub, and I'm like, what are you doing, Turbo? What is this all about? You have like a... And then he clicks Ice Beam instead of Moonblast, and I was like, oh, okay. I see how it is then. The Beer pops off, but I have 25% healing live, and he still moved my friend. And in comes the Scarf Hydreigon again, which I'm just going to go into my Greninja, my AV Gren, see what he goes for. Flamethrower, I can live that even after Hail. Hello, Pebble, welcome back. I switch out here, go into my Scarfed Zelf, because I see kind of like an endgame thing here. Can swap in, go for Dazzling Gleam, Hydreigon goes down, nice, and partner right here. Celebi comes in, which is unfortunate, but I can just switch out into my Celesteela, because what's a Celebi to a Celesteela, am I right, lads? So he sets up rocks, meaning that I can't get Greninja in again, and he's Charge Beam, which is an interesting set. But Air Slash is a 2 KO, even if he got the boost, it didn't matter, so we're fine. And he misses Charge Beam here, which is just unfortunate, but Celesteela picks up another KO here against Turbo Celebi, and now he only has a very weakened Lopunny and this Zapdos. And Heat Wave goes off on my Stratos. I eat it up and go for Leech Seed to just kind of like leech off of the Zapdos, because it's still going to be a nice source even after my Celebi is dead, or whatever I decide to sack off, being Greninja this time. So Grain goes down, he goes for Volt Switch, meaning I can go into my Scarfisel right here, and I can click Psychic twice, and that should be game. Even if he has Fake Out with Lopunny, I can just win with Celesteela, so at the worst case scenario, I get a 2-0 win. But as you guys can see, I go for the Psychic, and I do knock out the Lopunny, taking a 3-0 victory over the Pheonix Midnights, pushing us up to 6-3 with a plus, no wait, this was week... this was after, yeah, this is, now we're 6-3 with a +8 differential, pretty sure. Let me see the layout here. So 6-3 with a plus, yeah, sweet. We're 6-3 with a +8 differential, which is decent. It's pretty good. Ethan is above us, because of differential, and he plays Yost for week 10. In week 9, Ethan played Tone, which he beat 4-0. So the only chance for us to make majors is for Ethan to beat, or for Ethan to lose to Yost and his Angels of Beheim, because it's Angels of Anaheim, but it's a pretty cool name, which had Jar's draft. So we do still have a chance at making majors, but it's a pretty rough one. But Yost is the second spot for playoffs. So, or like Yost is like top of the division, playing a Redithan, so it's up to what happens in that game. But we are here to focus on the Carney game, because I'll tell you guys afterwards, but we got Carney here, and as you guys can see, I'll run on my team, but this is the team for Carney, where I brought ICMC Kieran Black with Sub Free Shock, Fusion Bolt, Roost, Mega Scizor with SD, U-Turn, Bull Punch, and Roost, Celesteela with Protect, Iron Defense, Leech Seed, and Flash Cannon, Nidoqueen with Toxic Spike, Earth Power, Stealth Rocket, and Flamethrower, Virizion with Calm Mind, Energy Ball, Focus Blast, and Synthesis, and SD, Play Rough, Leech Life, and Shadow Sneak, Mimikyu. So, with that being said, let's just dive into the second battle, see how it went, and we'll get going. So I lead off with Scizor here, as my opponent leads off with Raikou, which, it's not a bad matchup, it's not a good one. So I think I'm just going to U-turn here just to see what happens. I gain momentum here since he Volt Switches first, and he goes into Lando Can't. Lando Can't. So I'm going to U-turn here into the Kyurem, because Kyurem kind of just spooks this thing, and I can go for my sub, which I now know I'm faster, which is to be expected. I'm 95 base speed, so I know I outspeed. He's going to go for Stone Edge first and then switch out, which is kind of spooked, but I do just go for another sub because I expected him to switch out. I go for Roost here to get all my health back, and my opponent goes for Jaraball. So I know this Avalugg has something to deal with Kyurem. But I know I can now go into Scizor. Jaraball does nothing. This is again Roost bait. I can SD, I can Roost, I can do whatever I want. He goes for Earthquake, which once again does nothing. And I do believe I just Roost here. I think it is in my best interest just get my health back, as I do. And now my Scizor is incredibly healthy, and I know I can 2 KO this Lando, and Lando cannot hurt me, like, not good anyways. So I knock out Lando Can't, and we're up 6-5. This is pretty good, and one of the most offensive threats to my team is dead. So ESPN 8, the Ocho, comes in, and I'm like, what does this thing want to do? Foul play. Understandable. Have a great day. This thing is kind of spook, and I just kind of want to test the waters with this thing, because I'm not sure is there anything in particular I want to do. I'm going to drop my Z move here, the Sub-Zero Slammer off of Free Shock, to do 71%, which is pretty strong. it's a pretty strong hit. And now Yuxi is incredibly weakened, can't get healed up, which is nice, and I can go for fusion bolts to try to do as much damage as possible. Now I'm gonna switch out here into my Mega Scizor because Mega Scizor beats this thing 1v1, but Carney sees that coming and switches into TTM Jolt the Pangoro, which is a very spooky mon against my team. But he goes for Parting Shot, which honestly that's so good on Pangoro, it's ridiculous. But he goes into Beedrill, which I'm a mixed defensive Nidoqueen, and Beedrill just goes for U-turn, which with me now being weakened, you have ESPN the Ocho, which takes the Flamethrower, and it has Psychic. So I'm going to switch out into my Kyurem, because Kyurem, as I've seen, outspeeds. And I can take Psychics and or Foul Plays and just, you know, heal up. So I'm going to Roost here on his Protect, as I'm now going to click Fusion Bolt and knock out ESPN 8 the Ocho. So that's kind of clean. TDM Jolt comes in again though, and that is terrifying because this thing has no damage on it. And I'm going to go into Celesteela, which takes 29 from this here, a Pangoro. So it's probably Iron Fist. But yeah, I take another one. I live. I set up Leech Seed, so we're Gucci on that front. And I think I set up an Iron Defense this turn for some reason. But he goes into Mexican, so I suppose it's fine. It worked out in the end. But this is decent. I go for the Flash Cannon, just trying to chip at this here. Mexican. He probably expected the Leech Seed, which is why I Rapid Spun here, and now he's in range of a second one, which means he's going to go into Wicked the Raikou, because Raikou, you know, can kind of deal with Celesteela and what it wants to do. So I go for the Leech Seed here, just to try to keep my Stratos as healthy as possible. And now I'm going to go into Rampart Blaster to deny the Volt Switch, but Carney sees that coming and makes a good play, clicking the Hidden Power Ice. And I'm going to go back into Celesteela because why not? And Carney goes for HPS again, probably just expecting him to go for Volt Switch, expecting me to switch out or something like that. But I'm going to go for the Protect here to I'm just trying to basically just suck up as much health as possible from this Raikou to keep my Celesteela healthy, because he has no way of recovering it, and you know, Celesteela has the potential to 1v1 whatever the Raikou wants to do. So Carney's gonna go for the knockoff, taking away my leftovers, which is kind of sad. But as he's seen, I have Protect, Iron Defense, Leech Seed, so I don't have a lot to hit this Raikou with, which is unfortunate, but you gotta do what you gotta do. He's gonna go for Thunderbolt though, which I do live. I get paralyzed, sucks. I get my Leech Seed off, which is decent. It's decent, and he now switches out into the Beedrill, because once again I cannot really touch it. And I go into Kyurem though, so this is okay. He's going to most probably just going to U-turn, and I'm going to go into Scizor, because Scizor can eat U-turns like they're nothing, just like Earthquake and Drain Punch. But I was kind of scared of this thing having Fire Punch, which is why I was switching so poorly around it. He gets a crit though with the Drain Punch, which alas I just go for U-turn because I was thinking, okay, he's going to kill me, might as well just try to get some chip if not. But Mimikyu comes in on this thing, which find out he's Scrappy, not Iron Fist. Figure that out a bit late, but that's fine. I can just go for Play Rough and I can knock him out. So that's, again, pretty good. And we're up 6-3, which is pretty decent. And Mega Beedrill is kind of looking spook. So I'm just going to go for Shadow Sneak, see how much I can do. Poison Jab goes off and knocks out my Mimikyu, which is sad, boys. But I don't think the crit mattered. Pretty sure it didn't. But now I can go Scissor and click Bullet Punch. Knock out this DB. Wicked the Raikou comes in, which I believe I just switch out into my Virizion here, my Elemental Hero Woodsman, as he goes for Thunderbolt, which I eat like a champion because I am a Virizion with great special defense. And I can just click Energy Ball twice now, and that should be game. So I do click Energy Ball on the Mexicant, and it's dead. And in comes the Wicked Raikou, of course, to not be able to live an Energy Ball from my Woodsman as I eat up a Hidden Power Ice, and that is going to be a 5-0 victory in the Roseradenborg's favor. So after a horrible start, just gonna do a recap at the end here for you guys about the season. After a pretty, not even gonna say pretty, a very fucking rough start here, demonetized. From going 2-0 loss to Andrew week 1, beating Tone because of a Sacred Fire miss week 2, losing to the Oklahoma City Thunderers and Mio, week 3. Losing to the Houston Soul Rockets and Adam, week 4. Those are week 1, 3, and 4 were my only losses. Then I got a forfeit win against Jar because he left, which I probably would have lost that game, let's be real. Then I beat Fog. There we go, Fog. Or Keegan. I beat Keegan week 6, 3-0. We had Azelf and Celesteelus Leech Seed just chipping at Charix. Week 7, we beat the Rotterdam Star Raptors with Celesteela just going ham. Week 8 against Ethan. Redithan was the big dog of the league. At the time, he was killing it, and we just decided, no. So, from week 5, we've had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game winning streak. I was 1-3. I'm 7-3, boys. And I'm gonna give you guys a spoiler warning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I gave you guys a shot. Tennessee Dynamos, unfortunately for us, beat the Angels of Bihheim in a 2-0 victory, meaning that Redithan moves on to a 7-3 plus 17 record, while yours truly is at a 7-3 plus 13 differential, meaning that we cannot promote to majors. There will be playoffs though. We're playing Oklahoma City Thunderers again, so let's not get tossed by Mio again. We have changed up our team a little bit, so I should be able to deal more with his Tapu Koko Zygarde strategy. But that being said though, all hope is not lost. We got to fight for that 3rd place spot. I think anyways, I think we're 4th overall in the league, but due to I don't know where we are overall in the league. I think I'm 3rd overall actually, with yeah, I think I'm 3rd overall because you have I'm gonna read off the standings. This video's been long enough. If you clicked off, you clicked off, but I'm gonna just mention it. So the Tennessee Dynamos are 7-3 plus 17. Angels of Bihheim are 7-3 plus 17. I am 7-3 plus 13. Moving down in the Dust Conference, we have the Pheonix Midnights and 4-6 with a -1 differential. Main Red Clodsers with a 3-7 -6 differential. Vancouver Stealth Rocks with a 2-8 -21 differential. Oklahoma City Thunderers with an unplayed game right now, but he is currently 5-4 plus 7, and the Colorado Avalogs, which is his opponent, is 3-6 but -12. So I'm gonna say I expect Mio to be 5 or 6-4 by the end of it. But if he goes 5-5, cool. As for the Dream Conference, the Anaheim Alterias are 7-3 with a +12 differential, which is why I'm 3rd overall in the league. The Houston Soul Rockets are 6-4 with a +7 differential. The Carolina Pantherians are 6-4 with a +1 differential. The Duford Drapions are 5-5 with a -5 differential. Bullet Punch Club 5-5 with a -7 differential. Uzi really came back and played really well at the end there. Rotterdam Star Raptors at 2-8 with a -21 differential, just like Carney. Toronto Luxrays and LA Clefable have yet to play their catch-up game, so they're 5-4 -0 or +0, however you want to look at it, and 4-5 -3 respectively. So if Greg wins 3-0, you know they're swapped for 5-5 0 and 5-5 -3. So that's pretty decent, but we're 3rd overall in the league. We've got playoffs coming up. Hopefully we can push through that and see if we can potentially get that 3rd place spot for majors. I don't think we're getting it because Shoddy has announced that he's leaving the MPL or NPL, and for some reason they're not going to pick up the 3rd place guy up to majors, which is something I'm still a little bit confused about. But that's besides the point. We managed to do really well after week 5. Once we got that forfeit against Jar, we really managed to pick up our team again. We summoned ourselves in attack mode. We managed to just break through like I originally intended to when I drafted this team. And, you know, I'm a bit upset by the fact that, you know, Ethan made it to majors because I really wanted to make it myself, and I saw I actually had an opportunity. But I'm also happy on Ethan's way for making it to majors. The only reason the main reason I'm primarily salty is because he was picked in as a replacement coach while I've been here another season prior to it, and it's kind of like just something lingering. But mad props to Ethan for doing as well as he did, from taking over for David when he promoted to majors, because Seb? believe. Top tier boy? Yeah, I think that was it. Shut up, computer. But massive props to Ethan, man. I'll be back for more playoffs eventually, whenever that time comes around. Thank you guys for watching this video, and with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. NPL will be whenever, and D-League I'll try to get as soon as possible, but I've kind of been busy with work and stuff, so 20-minute video. Yeah, see ya. Before I wrap up, I just want to give a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters that you see on screen right now, helping me with my goals and also with future problems. With that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.